Okay guys, so I just figured I'd do a quick walk around and go over the damage on this thing. Pretty sure I'm gonna need a whole new set of fairings. This is just sitting on here so that it's out of the way and still with the bike. I already ordered the subframe. With the subframe that I ordered, this little bracket here is broken, which isn't a big deal because it's only a bracket for the undertail exhaust, which this bike does not have an undertail exhaust, and I cannot wait to hear what it sounds like because that looks like pretty much a straight pipe. O2 sensors are still connected to it though, but looking at the ECU, I think the ECU has been flashed. Some steel braided brake lines. These wheels are powder coated, and you can probably tell from this picture this rear wheel is bent. I don't know who really not powder coated, I'm sorry, but plastic dipped, and I don't really know who does that with wheels, but it was done. Most of this stuff looks pretty good. I'm not gonna start it until I drain and refill that oil. Found out that this is a wrap right here. It's a pretty good job, but nonetheless it is a wrap. Got this tank cowl. I don't think that's damaged. Looks like it just came out of place. May have to order new tank pads, but may be able to put adhesive on them. This seat is one of the most comfortable seats I have ever felt on a motorcycle. And if it's one of those $200-300 seats, I think it's worth the money. I think they had lever guards on here. Those are broken on both sides. This cover may just be out of place, but I know a new fairing set will include those. This windscreen is still good except for the damage up here. The headlight assembly may or may not be salvageable. I really won't know until I start messing with that. Front wheels are also plastic dip. More plastic dip. This ram tube is missing completely. This more than likely plugs into that ram tube. ECU holder. The tabs are broken, so that's gonna need to be replaced. This cover needs to be replaced. This whole side fairing, I may be able to fix it, but honestly, what's the point? If I order a new set, it'll come with it. There's the ECU, proven power. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I would assume that the ECU is flashed. Parts of the left clip-on controls for the high beams, all of that stuff. I think the ABS is also tied into this. Tank damage. I did order a tank already, and the tank and the subframe have arrived. This is a nice gas cap, I like that. Most of the damage on this bike is really just cosmetic stuff. I have that piece missing. This peg bracket is cracked. The chain guard is missing. Frame sliders. I love these swing arm spools. I had these on my 04. Tail section's gone. The latch is bent. The tail light, gotta replace that. I can probably sand these back down, get that rust off of them, but the brakes will more than likely do it as well, just from riding the bike, and I am going to be riding this bike. I charged the battery. I will check it in a little while to make sure it's actually holding the charge. But yeah, overall guys, I don't think this was a bad deal. I paid $2,600 for the bike. That was a buy now price. The bike actually went to auction twice. The first time it went to auction, there was no buy now price, but I think the highest bid had gotten up to maybe like $2,100. There's a license plate bracket. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with the license plate yet. That's really not gonna be, oh,
Squirrel!
I lied. I don't need the cable. Cable's already here. Came with a nice little ram mount. These tabs broke off the back of the headlight. I may be able to fix that. May not even be worth it. Need an upper stay. Yep, I need to change the brake fluid out. All of this stuff is stuff that I do before I do anything. I change out the brake fluid on both because this brake fluid is super dark. Bleed the brakes, change the oil out, flush the coolant. Need this rear foot peg. Actually may have an extra foot peg. So yeah guys, the majority of this damage is really the plastics, which is cosmetic, the tank, which is cosmetic, subframe, which is cosmetic. I actually have a gold rear wheel, and looking at this wheel, seeing that it's bent, if that wheel fits this bike, but kind of like that orange R1, I'm not really sure what the wheel that I have goes to, but I'll try to check the part number that's on it if I can still see it. But overall, as long as the bearings fit and the axle fits, that wheel should fit. So as long as it does fit, that's what I'll be using. So yeah, overall guys, there's not a whole lot that needs to be done to this bike. To be honest, I said that the 2019 was more than likely going to be the next build, but I don't know. I don't know. And we need this. That's about 50 bucks. Remember guys, this channel is dedicated to building bikes on a budget. I'm not gonna be buying all brand new parts. I'm not gonna be buying all new pre-painted fairings. A lot of the times I'll just get the white fairings. But anyway guys, I'm not going to spend any more time talking about this bike. It's beginning to rain. This was supposed to be in a quick couple of minutes, just going over the damage or damages, and it turned into another rambling or rant. So I'm gonna get off of here, pull this bike back in the garage, and I guess wait for a better day, because if you can't tell. So that's it guys. That's in a nutshell the damage that we're going to be looking at dealing with this bike. So it's starting to rain a little bit harder here, so I'm going to pull this thing back into the garage, and I will catch you all on the next one.